Hello, beautiful people. It's so nice to actually be able to just like take my time and be present and come to you from a place of like where there's no rush. Because I've been feeling like on Instagram it just feels like everything has to be so fast so you can reach people, and it's been feeling really frustrating and exhausting and like a game I don't want to play, to be honest. And so it's so nice to just be on here and like recording this video and sharing with you guys and hopefully supporting you in some way, and just not having like to do this really fast and like really stimulant and really amazing, like so that you stay here, because I know that the right women and men, if you're into it, like the right women and men, the right people will find this video that are meant to find it, and you're gonna have the time, however long this is gonna take today, to actually listen to this and share this space with me. Sorry about my dog, he's lying right behind the tripod and wants me to play with him with his ball, but I hope he's gonna leave me to it. And sorry, just wiping my cacao leftovers off my face. This is me. I want to come on here today and just watching the dog putting his head right onto the tripod and probably knock it over. I want to come on here today and support you in a way that I really feel called to do, and that's been really calling me in stepping into my greatness, into my power, and that this is the way I'm supposed to do it. So today will be about, this is going to be for the women and the men, let me start like that have, my dog's looking up there, you have felt a calling. And with the calling, I mean there is some kind of voice inside of you that has been talking to you, speaking to you. And you've heard this voice, you've heard what she or he said, maybe once. Frankie, no, you need to sit. Sit. I think he wants me in the camera. And stay. Oh, this is hard. So you've heard this voice, and maybe she was quiet and you didn't hear very loud, and maybe you were busy, or maybe you whatever. But when I'm speaking to you right now, have you heard a voice inside of you, and I call it a calling, that's been whispering something to you that you are supposed to do? And this is not the normal everyday thing that you've always done, however old you are, since how many years. This is something that when you heard it, it was like a bit like, huh? Okay. And maybe if you were open to the voice, you listened a bit more and you're like, oh, okay. And you were like, I don't know how to do that. Yeah, you listened to that voice and you were like, okay, yeah, there it is. You asked me this, but yeah, I don't know how to do that. And so maybe that's when you like forgot about it. But I'm asking you right now, has there been any kind of calling like that in your life recently? And if there has been, and I think there's so many people out there that have had these callings, these messages from our heart, from our soul, that we've not been listening to, I invite you now to remember that voice and remember that message that voice brought to you that day. Because honestly, like, I call it a calling. I had a calling. I felt a calling. I think about like around 3 years ago, and it was host women's circles. And at the time, honestly, I didn't even know what that was. I've never been to one. I still haven't been to one apart from the ones I host myself. I've been to a day retreat now, so I guess that counts. But for years of me hosting women's circles, I've never had been to one. At the time when I heard this voice that said, start hosting women's circles, I didn't really know what it was. I had to go online and look it up. Like I had a picture in my head. It was like, yeah, women sitting around a fire and singing and dancing and drumming, and that's what it is, right? So I guess there was a remembrance inside of me that knew what that was. And I feel like you have that too. There's something inside of you that is a memory, a remembrance. Is a beautiful bird just there. Cool. Tomtit. A memory of something that is inside you that has always been inside of you. And that could be from, I do believe, and I want to really speak more in my belief, and even if this doesn't resonate with everyone, then maybe if it doesn't resonate with you, this is not the right place for you. But for me, it's these memories, these remembrance, I don't know the English word, in German is like die Erinnerung to someone that you have been already. And in my opinion, this is, I'm just looking at that bird, that's so beautiful. This is something from your past lives. Maybe something you've been in a past life, over several past lives. Maybe something that's been passed on to you from ancestors long time ago, that's in you, that you're supposed to carry on. So it's a memory, it's a remembering, that's the word, it's a remembering of who you really are. And this is what my work is about, and this is what I want to get out there more, is that we are all, and I want you to understand this, we all come into this world, we're a soul that gets birthed through the portal of a mother's womb into this world, into a physical body. But we come as a soul. When we enter this physical world, we are just soul, we are source energy, call it whatever you want, God energy, universal energy, unconditional love. This is what I truly believe. And again, if you don't resonate, go, that's fine. Totally cool. I'm just speaking to the people that resonate with this, that are supposed to hear this message. I talked to a friend of mine a couple years ago who's really religious about this, and she didn't resonate with it. That's okay. It's my truth. I believe that we all come into this world as pure source energy, as pure unconditional love. That's all we are. That's how we are born into this world. And then, obviously, we grow up in a family, we grow up in a society, we go to kindergarten, we go to school, and we start, I always see it as we start covering this pure essence, this pure source energy, this pure unconditional love that we all are. Imagine it maybe like as like a light ball or something, like a ball of energy, a glowing ball of energy. And we start covering it up, layer by layer. We're putting layers on it, layer by layer by layer. These layers are not who we are. Okay? These layers are, I'll give you an example, like a layer could be what a girl is supposed to be in our society, because that's what you've been taught by your parents, by teachers, by your grandparents, whoever. Like, girls don't, for me, for example, I love my grandmother. We have made peace in her last 5 years of her life, and I deeply adore her. I've seen her soul. I connected with her after her physical death. Okay, she's around me right now. She's here with me right now. I love her deeply. But when I was a kid, for her own reasons, and I know now that she did everything out of love, she said things to me that were putting some of these layers on top of my pure energy ball, right? And some of those layers were girls don't get dirty, or girls are not this wild. Let's take that. Girls are not this wild and this loud. I think that was one. So then I put on the layer on my little energy, pure energy ball of, I am not wild and I am not supposed to be loud. I'm not supposed to be wild and I'm not supposed to be loud. And because when we start putting these layers on and accumulating these layers and layers, when we're really, really young, especially when we're babies or little children, we get these layers from people that we depend on. So these can be from your mother, your father, your grandfather, your grandmother, or someone that was taking care of you at that time, which means those layers become the truth. because we're depending on these people and what they say is the truth for us. Like, we need them to survive. Gabor Mate said something really amazing, and it stuck with me because I've learned so much about childhood development over the years through my studies for my teacher degree, to bring up my kids and learning and reading books and listening to audiobooks and podcasts. But what Gabor Mate said was incredibly powerful, because it really, when that moment is when you there's that light bulb moment and it finally clicked. Children, I think he said from 0 to 7 as well, are in a state of hypnosis, which means when you were 0 to 7, it was like you were hypnotized, which means everything that was happening in your life right then, and everything people did and said, you were just taking in. Like, it was just, it's for a good reason. I'm trying to explain this. I'm not doing very well at it. It's for a good reason that nature has done it like that, and he explains that as well, because we just need to learn things automatically so that we can survive. We need to just absorb it and take it in from our parents so that we can survive. If we would need to have someone teaching it to us over and over and over again to learn it, I guess it's like eating and drinking and walking and talking, right? If someone would have to teach us that stuff, we would struggle to survive. So we need to just absorb these things by watching our surroundings. And that is what happened to all of us. That's happened to you, that's happened to me, all of us. I'm getting really warm here now, it's nice. We absorb these layers, okay? Whatever people thought in your life from 0 to 7, your mum, your dad, your grandma, Oma, Opa, whatever, what they thought was the truth about life. What they thought was the correct behaviors, the correct words to use to you, to say to you. All of that became your fucking truth. Sorry about the swearing, but this is, right? Can you feel that? Like, can you feel the energy of that? I don't want to swear on these videos because I don't know if they get blocked or something, but I just want to swear. Heavy. This is so heavy. Isn't this heavy? Like, just feel into that energy of when you came into this world as this pure energy, pure source energy, unconditional love. And then these heavy layers got put on top of you from people that had trauma, from people that were already conditioned by society, by their parents, by their trauma, over generations and generations and decades and decades and decades. And you just come to this world, this really innocent little creature, pure love, energy, pure love. And these layers get put on top of you. How heavy is this? How heavy is this shit? How much is that weighing us down? And this is exactly the point. Now I'm getting to it. It weighs us down. It compresses us. It makes us heavy. It keeps us stuck on the ground. I want to say this is like, I don't know, maybe I'm going a bit far here, but this is like why children that grow up in war zones often stay stuck in that pattern, right? Because they get so much gets pushed onto them. They're just like metaphorically fucking like pushed flat to the ground. How are they going to get up? How are they going to rise up? And some people do, which is incredible. But you know what I mean? Like we have been pushed down by these, and no one was intentionally harming us. No one was intentionally putting us down and making us small. Not at all. One thing I've learned recently, really powerful, everyone just does these things out of a place of love, not consciously, but because in that moment they think this is the best thing and this is the best they can do. Okay, so that I truly believe that people don't do things, and especially family members, because they want to do bad things. And this goes into a whole nother thing. I do believe they do that because of their own trauma, their own programming, but they also came into this world as that pure energy ball, right? And then they got the layers put on top of them. And then they start putting these things on us. So now, pardon me, this is what my work is about. This is what I want to bring into this world, is I want you to remember that is what you are. You are pure source energy. You are universal energy. It's that same energy that's all around us, that is infinite, that is pure, and that's incredibly powerful and incredibly creative and incredibly abundant and incredibly beautiful. All of it. It's everything. And most and for all, it's pure love. And it's the swearing thing. It's really time to remember that. It's time that we all remember that is what we came here. This is what we came here as. This is what we really are. We aren't the layers of, we aren't the personality we have built over years of taking beliefs from our moms, taking beliefs from our dads, grandparents, society, teachers. That's not who we are. It's not who we are. Yes, maybe you might be living a life now that's totally aligned with those layers, totally aligned with those beliefs that other people have put onto you, with their truth, whatever. And you might be living that life right now. You have created a personality that fits into that. You've created a personality that is working with those layers, that has those layers on top of you, and that is your life. But guess what? Why are so many people depressed? Why are so many people so absolutely unhappy living in the most incredible planet in this universe, right? That's what I think. I haven't seen any other planets, but I think this planet is absolutely amazing, right? Why are so many people unhappy? Why? Let's don't get into it, but that is why. Because we have forgotten that we are love. That we are love. You are not the beliefs that you carry around about yourself, the belief that I don't deserve a fulfilling relationship, the belief I am not a good mom, the belief I cannot make a lot of money, the belief I cannot travel the world, the belief I am not good enough, right? These beliefs go so deep. I am not good enough. I am not loved. I am not love. I am not worthy of, ich verdiene es nicht. I am not worthy of living that truly amazing life that I picture. No, I can't do that. That's asking too much. That is not for me. That is greedy. Those are all beliefs and stories and truths that other people have believed and put onto you. They don't have to be yours. But the thing is, we lived all these years and we don't ask, we don't, in German we say hinterfragen, like behind ask, which makes so much sense because we look behind it, we ask, is this the truth? Yeah? So ask yourself, look at your life, look how you live, look at the relationship you're in, look at the way you are to your children, look at the way you are with your family, look at the friends you have in your life, look at what you do in your free time, look at what you do at work, and then please ask yourself, is this what I want? And is this making me happy? Is this truly fulfilling me? Because that's where it starts. It starts with us looking at our life and really reflecting on our life and going, is this the life I want to live? Yeah. I'll give you an example. Really, really, really strong, extreme example. But I guess a lot of people do that, right? Do you get up in the morning and turn on your phone and look at your emails? And how many people in the Western society do that every morning? They get up, the first thing they do, they go on their phone. Now, I ask you, does that feel good? How do you feel when you get up and you look at your phone, you look at your emails? Next time you do it, tomorrow morning when you do it, I invite you to, when you do it, and then afterwards, feel into your body, feel into your heart and go, how is this feeling? Yeah, and I can tell you now, it will feel contracting, it will feel tight, it will feel overwhelming, because all you're doing is you're going back into that space of covering yourself in layers and pushing yourself down with to-do lists, with emails, with reacting to the emails, what am I have to do? What's this person saying? And then all these thoughts, then it goes into worries. So you start your day with pushing yourself down and with basically putting all those layers back on you, instead of just being in that in that pureness. Like, because when we wake up in the morning, it's like we get a new start, right? We get a new start and we come out of the sleep, so we haven't been really dealing with the programming apart from the subconscious stuff that goes on in your dreams. But we've not been dealing with programming during the day, during the night, right? No one's coming to you and saying, oh, go and do your job, right? You're sleeping. So when you wake up in the morning, it's like you've got a clean slate. And you can start your day from that place of pure source energy, of pure love. And you can be bathing in that feeling for a little while. You can just stay in that feeling for a little while. Remembering that feeling, remembering what it feels like to be in that place. Because that's what you are. And that's what I do most mornings, and it's incredibly powerful, and it's the most beautiful feeling. But going back into, that place of stillness, because it's still in there. There is no, you have to be this, you have to be like that, you don't do this. There is just being. You're just in being, right? And that's what you do in meditation as well. So maybe tomorrow morning I invite you to, when you get up first thing in the morning, just don't look at your phone, just lie in bed, close your eyes, focus on your breathing, focus on your heartbeat, and just connect with that silence inside of yourself. And if you want to learn more about that and how you can start your days like that, I'm so happy to help you out with that. Reach out to me, and we can work on that, and we can start creating a really healthy routine for you where you start your day differently and like set yourself up for connecting to that source energy that you are, that is like pure infinite potential as well, rather than waking up and straight moving into your snail shell of like programming, conditioning, pressure, worries, to-do lists. Oh, small, I'll stay there, right? Nothing's going to change. I think that's one of the biggest things that has changed my life, is really changing what I do when I wake up in the morning. The first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I actually do when I wake up in the morning, when I'm still in bed, is I make myself think about 3 things that I'm grateful for. Yeah, I just instantly direct my thoughts to, what am I grateful for today? I used to get up a few years ago. I would open my eyes and be like, ugh, my neck is sore. Ugh, that was a shit sleep. Ugh, today I have to do this. Ugh. That's how I used to start my day. So like, look at the 2 opposites, right? Gratitude, feeling into the abundance of your life, that you are alive, being in gratitude, which is a really high, beautiful frequency, which connects you to that pure source energy, pure love, or complaining, seeing the bad things in life, the negative things, pulling you down, lowering your frequency, and putting you straight back into your program, your conditioning, all your layers of being trapped and stuck, right? Yeah, I think that's what I really wanted to talk about today. I guess that's probably a good place to stop. I'm just wondering if my phone is still recording, or am I just talking to no one? But, well, how do I want to finish this off? Yeah, I'm inviting you. I mean, I started the talk with the call. If you have been feeling the inner call, like a voice inside of you that's been talking to you, if that's you, and you're like, notice that voice, but you haven't been doing anything with that, I totally and highly recommend invite you to send me a message on Instagram, get in touch, and we can jump on a free call for 30 minutes and just like feel into where you're at, what's been happening, and what you want to do with that. And we can look at if I can support you there, because this is what I really want to do with people. It's like, I really want you to come back to your essence, to your pure source love energy that you are, and create from that place, rather than wait till the helicopter passes. Rather than creating from a place from those layers, because those layers are limited, right? The layers are limited. The layers are limiting that essence inside of you. But that essence inside of you, that is unlimited, because it's pure source energy. It's absolutely unlimited. And from that place, you can create whatever you want to create in this world, okay? Anything. But for that, to get there, we need to go back there. We need to go back to that pure source energy that you are, that essence that you came here before you accumulated all those layers. And we need to look at how we can slowly remove those layers. And you remove those layers by just learning that some of those beliefs that you've taken on are not your beliefs, and they don't serve you where you want to go. So you can let them go or transform them into beliefs that help you to go where you want to go. And the other thing is really like working with visualization. Like when you hear that calling is asking you to go somewhere to do something, but you're like scared to go there, you can start with visualizing how it will feel when you go there, when you get there. How will it feel? What will it look like? And that's something else I love doing with people, like visualizing. And what I do every day I visualize where I want to go in life and how it is going to feel when I'm there. And all these things are going to help you to really slowly start shifting your life. And then like going and thinking about, okay, how do I want to spend my day? How do I want to spend the hour today I have to myself? Do I want to watch Netflix? Do I want to hang out with that friend that always complains or that talks about other people? Or do I want to go on a walk by myself at the ocean and scream because I feel like screaming? Or have a cup of tea and be really present with myself in silence? Or catching up with that friend that's also like creating something really amazing at the moment and do like a bit of an exchange and how we can support each other, right? Or do I want to be creative, do some art? Do you want to spend time with an animal? Yeah, like it's all about making these choices. It's all about choosing. And it's hard at the beginning because you're stuck in the life that you've been living so far, and that's normal, that feels good to your body, it feels easy, it feels comfortable. But to really live a life that's aligned with your soul, that's aligned with your essence, your soul's purpose, yeah, with that, it's gonna get uncomfortable because you're gonna move out of the comfortable places that you've been in, and there's gonna be parts of your body that are gonna try and stop you because that part wants to keep you safe. And going on your path that's aligned with your soul's calling is risky for your mind and your ego because it's unknown, right? You've not been there yet, otherwise you'd be doing it already. You've not been there, so it's unknown, so your body's trying to protect you. It's like, we don't know what's over there, so let's stay here. That's unsafe. There could be a cliff. Obviously there's not, but this is how your mind works, right? So working towards that and like acknowledging that fear, but still going for your vision and going for your soul's calling, your path that's aligned with your essence, your soul, is going to get uncomfortable. And yeah, that is what I love doing, what I've been doing for the last few years. That's why I'm hosting retreats now, day retreats with women. That's why I have my own business now. That's why my relationship is starting to be really fulfilling and really beautiful. That's why I manifested a house in Portugal last year where we went on a holiday. Like, you become so powerful when you start connecting with that essence in yourself again, and when you start moving out of the programs and the patterns and the layers that you have accumulated that have never been yours to begin with. Yeah, when we go back to that essence, which is love, we start creating more love. Our life becomes more love. Our relationships become more love. Our work becomes more love. Our whole life is becoming more love. And more love means more vibrancy. Like, the life becomes so much more alive and beautiful and joyful and full. And this is what I'm all about. And I hope this makes sense. It just felt good to share this with you guys. And please, I'm not sure where I'm going to put this, Instagram, YouTube, probably both, but just comment, like this, so I know it's reaching people. And I know it just feels really good knowing that there's someone receiving this at the other end. Even that it felt good for me just sharing this, even if no one ever listens to this, it felt good. It still feels freaking amazing hearing from you. This served you, this helped you, this did this and this to you. So just give me a like or write a comment. Like, just let me know if you have a moment. I know you have a busy life, but if you have like 2 seconds and you just click that like button, I know I reached someone. Yeah, I think that is what was supposed to come through today, but I'm also want to let you know I'm going to be sharing way more videos on here in this kind of area, really in like spiritual life coach kind of coaching stuff, and really in supporting you and connecting to your essence and learning to listen to your heart, learning to follow your soul's calling, your heart's calling, and really creating that life that feels really, 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 really like on fire, like a life that feels like worth living, like, because we only get this one chance, right? We don't want to just get through this life and it's okay. We want to really deeply enjoy this life and feel alive in every part of our body, because we only get this one chance in this body anyways. So that's a good end. I thank you so much for being here. I thank you so much for listening to this, for giving me the space sorry, to express my truth. I am sending you so much love.